Hello, my name is Simon and welcome to AFC Bournemouth Analysis. Here's my take on our 2-2 draw with Wigan Athletic in the FA Cup. Well, obviously the largest positive is that we're still in the competition somehow, despite being 2-0 down after half an hour and it looking pretty bleak at half time. To turn it around to 2-2 and be in the hat for the 4th round tomorrow, that's the main positive. Other than that, when Pugh and Ibe came on at half-time, we looked a lot more effective going forward. We caused them a lot more problems. I will add that I didn't actually attend the game, but I listened to it on the radio. I've watched highlights, so this video is going to be fairly concise, to say the very least. But yeah, there weren't a huge amount of positives, obviously, with the main one being that we at least we didn't get knocked out. The worst was the first half, which we were very poor. Wigan deservedly led, maybe not 2-0, but I think 1-0 was fair. And yeah, there were so many players off their game. Sermon looked lost. He got jeered when he made a successful pass at some point, I think, because it was so unexpected. Benicophobe looked disinterested and just completely ineffective. I know in many games this season and the last season he's not played particularly well, but you'd expect him to take his chance against a League One team and really stamp his authority on it, but he just didn't do it at all, and it was one of his worst displays in a Bournemouth shirt. And yeah, it just shows that we have a real lack of strength and depth, which is a bit worrying considering the injury crisis we have, and that Eddie Howe doesn't seem keen to strengthen in the January transfer window, which is happening now. So yeah, it was a bit concerning. And yeah, there's plenty for Eddie Howe to ponder, I think, over this game, even though we did manage to pull it out of the fire at the end. I kind of touched upon Afobe's poor performance earlier, but I think the fans jeering him and cheering when he came off, that's not a good thing. That's pretty ugly. You don't want to see you don't want to see your own fans doing that to another player, because Afobe, obviously he's not in a great place right now. His confidence looks shot, and that's not going to do him any good. So, and for a player who we might have to rely upon in the next few games, considering the injuries we've got up front, yeah, that's not a good thing for the fans to do. Yeah, and I don't want to really see that again, to be honest. The last minute equaliser, pretty obvious and easy one. I was listening to it on the radio, walking down the street, and did a leap of celebration in the air as Cook headed home. So that was good. But yeah, it wasn't really a game to get hugely enthused about from a Bournemouth perspective. Just the fact that we weren't on the end of a cup set was the best part, really. Yeah, nobody got in touch for this segment. I kind of left it a bit late, so I'm not surprised. I think most people's views were pretty much what I've said here. Lots of poor performances, a lot of players still have a long way to go or need more match practice, so maybe loans for players like Mahoney and Mousset even. Although it was great to see him score, obviously that was a great moment as well. But yeah, I think these players need more minutes, because as we saw from a player like Dan Gosling, if you don't get any minutes, you get really rusty. And the more he played, the better he got. So it just shows you that these players need more minutes to to be better, because we don't really have a proper reserve team with proper reserve team football, which is a real issue for these players that are just waiting for an opportunity. Because when they get an opportunity, they can't really take it because they're not fully. They're fit, they're match fit, but they're just not match ready. So yeah, that's something that we need to look into as well. But yeah, please do follow AFCB Analysis on Twitter and Facebook. The URLs are here. And yeah, and get involved in future videos. I don't think I'll be doing a review video of the Wigan replay, which obviously there's a Premier League game before that. But yeah, I won't do a review of that game, but I will look at it briefly in the next Premier League game, which comes after it, which I think might be West Ham, although I could be wrong. So yeah, please do subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. So yeah, thanks again so much for watching, and up the cherries in all departments.